Welcome back, Arcanist Armory fans, to Season 2, Episode 14. 15.
No.
Episode 15. And we are now joined with Carrot the Kobold in order to help Aaron get more research material. Also known as steal the item we just sold to the museum.
Well, we didn't really get any payment, so.
We'll get it before. We'll make sure we get the payment before we do the new heist.
He gets an item, I think.
Yeah.
That's a payment.
Yeah, it should be delivered to the hotel room tonight. If it's not, we steal the quill before then. But
Yes.
And
You guys are currently in the room with
we have discovered from Carrot that Aaron is in the habit of stealing things, at least he believes, from the museum. But Carrot has confided in us that she has only actually heisted the museum twice, while other items that Aaron has asked for, she has merely had replicated and sold him the replication, which he accepted.
Might
And
say more about Aaron than it does about anything else.
so the party heads down from the manor. Does Carrot come with them?
Does the party tell Carrot what they're doing when they head out from the manor?
We make a plan to meet somewhere? Question mark?
Let's see. What time of year is it? Like, when does it get dark?
It's cold enough that there's snow in the mountains, so
10?
probably late winter.
Okay. Okay. We tell Carrot, we'll meet you by the baker's booth in the market about 3 hours after the market closes.
So, okay. I will prepare for the day then. Or night. Do you have any other business with Aaron?
Not at this time.
Okay. Well then, prepare well.
So we preparing?
So now we are we're preparing for the heist. Gildaden has had an idea. Dangerous pastime.
Hey.
I know.
We head down the mountain, the hill from his manor, and Gildan says, let's go ask the historian if there might be an extra room in City Hall that the bank can rent while we work on constructing the new branch. We can see if we can get a look around some of the less used rooms, if he's okay with the idea.
What does the rest of the party say to
Or
that?
think.
I'm trying to focus.
Gildaden has. Don't focus on me drawing the map.
That's not what I'm focused on. Ben, quiet.
Gildaden has proposed asking if rooms in City Hall might be available to rent short term for the new bank, which can double in purpose to see if we can get at least eyes on a couple of the unused rooms that aren't currently exhibiting.
Okay.
Okay.
Just set her up.
Okay. We head back in. Is he back at the front, or is he currently missing inside the museum, working on stuff?
Seems that both. He is not there, and there does seem to be, while you're talking with Aaron, a sign has been put up on the door that says constructing new exhibit. Come back later.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah.
Inquire with Joshua if you need anything.
Is that the tavern keeper?
Yes.
That we insulted?
The
Yeah.
tavern keeper that Echo insulted on her first day of living. Yes.
He seems to have mellowed out a little bit over the last couple days. Maybe he's sleeping better. And also,
Yeah.
Echo's not saying things.
He seems to be better. He at least let you back in the inn to stay longer. So
True.
we'll see. So
Alright, we'll go back to Joshua, I guess.
Yeah, we get to Joshua. Hey, Joshua. The historian left a note saying that if we wanted to discuss anything, that we should get with you because he's busy. Do you have a way to contact him?
what's your message? Who's it from?
Us.
I know it's
And I was able to get a promise of initial funds from Aaron to work on constructing the bank, and we were wondering if, while that's being built for the village, if we could rent some rooms in City Hall, some of the ones not used for exhibits, so that the village can be rebuilding before the bank is fully constructed.
That would be a question for him. Okay. He reaches behind the bar and he pulls out a lead box.
Huh.
It's about
Not that big.
2 feet by a foot.
Mhm.
He opens it up and looks inside of it, runs his finger along the side of it, and goes, pulls out a rock, says,
I'm guessing things in this box are glowing.
when he opens it, you do see there's very strong magic coming from this box. But when he closes it, you can't.
Just that rock that he's holding.
You can just see the rock that he's holding, because lead blocks those kind of things.
That is.
Because you don't know what else he might have behind lead in the back of his behind his bar.
There isn't anything else of note
Just kidding.
around the bar that's
What do you
visible.
have in here?
No. You figure whatever of value this bar has is kept behind the bar.
Okay.
He says,
just be jumping up at the
Cass-
wall.
The adventurers want to know if there's space for a bank in City Hall.
Just temporary.
Temporary bank. After a few seconds, you hear Cat's voice says, I could possibly clean out. How many rooms do we need?
He's a hoarder.
You haven't gotten that yet?
We'd be happy to help. We'd be happy to help move some things. Probably just 2 rooms would be sufficient at the moment.
No, we're not going to be butter.
Okay. He opens his box again, slides things down, puts the rock back in the box, picks out a new rock.
It's making you work.
They said like 2-ish rooms.
Huh.
I don't know how you bank with only 2 rooms, but I don't know how you bank anyway.
You have a front area that the tellers can talk to people in, and the back area that we can ward to hold the gold stores.
Oh, no, like office space?
Not for the temporary one.
Okay, cool. Is that? Yeah, I think we have some rooms. Let's see, what do I have there? Yeah, we have some rooms that will do that.
Cool. When could we check the space out?
Slide him over. Puts a new rock.
Single-use sending stones.
Come down. Maybe we should just come down.
Sending stones are single use. They want to come down and check it out. Could they do that so I can stop using these things on this? Then you hear Cat. Yeah. Give me a sec. I'll come. I'll meet them out front. Okay. Slides over, puts it in, closes the box, tucks it back behind the bar.
Do those go? I'll go to Kath.
Yeah.
Do they recharge?
No, it doesn't happen often. I can use them again tomorrow.
Interesting.
Cat has a lot of rocks.
Echo likes rocks.
Cat.
I was more than you Echo being like, do these work like sending stones? Do these rocks talk?
Cat.
Cat?
Lets me borrow half of his collection when he closes the museum. When he closes the museum. Town hall. He is the mayor, after all.
Kath is a mayor.
Yeah. I mean, his family's always been the mayor. They've been living in town hall since before I cared to care.
That sounds more like a king. But okay.
It's just town hall.
How much of town hall have you seen?
We got the museum tour, and we've glimpsed back room where he had some cloaks that he sent us up the mountain with.
And he had a bunch of display cabinets.
Yeah. That don't sound like a king to me.
No, he has a lot of stuff.
Stuff don't make a king. Aaron has the money. That sounds more like a king to me
So
than
Aaron
any...
is the king?
No, Aaron's a rich guy. Aaron's a rich guy who inherited an estate from his father. And he's old money, but he's definitely not a king. No one listens to him. I mean, like,
People listen to a king?
Not if you can't back it up.
you have stuff to learn.
People listen to you. Are you a king?
I'm a bartender. I wish I had more money.
So bartenders with money are kings?
So,
Got it. We're going.
I'm gonna go check on the
He is turning red again.
I'm thinking that is what Sarah meant when she does not talk when people's faces are red.
Goodbye.
All right. We're going.
Yeah, don't break anything on the way out.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't like that sound.
Sorry.
Echo's not going to be allowed in that tavern.
I mean, it might be endearing depending on his mood, but
You get the feeling that Joshua can only put up with so much echo before he kicks you out. And he's reached his quota for the day.
You're a hard party to handle.
Mostly just Echo.
No, we don't introduce that one.
Anyway,
Okay.
so you guys are able to go over to City Hall.
Okay.
Takes a few minutes, but Keth does come out. And, we leads you in. So you guys were asking about a temporary bank location.
yes. It sounds like we can get enough funds from Aaron to work on creating the local branch for the bank. And we'll eventually be able to build our own building. But in the meantime, I'd like to get back with the guild and be able to open up operations to help start people getting back on their feet. We'll need about 2 rooms, but I will need to be able to reinforce one of them to create the temporary vault. Would you mind if I map out the building a little bit so that I can figure out what I'm working with?
Well, the space that probably would be most suited to that.
Yeah.
And he motions to a set of a room over to the left of the
Entry.
to the right of the entry, and it has the door open. Looks like emptier than some of the other rooms you've seen in this place.
Mhm.
And he leads you back. He said, "This is that's probably the that in the room in front of it are probably the rooms where you would have the it would be easiest. It's right next to the front, easy access.
Absolutely.
So I can show you them. And you can see if they're to your liking."
Okay.
So he leads you down to the room in front of it, which the door is not directly facing you.
Mhm.
And he walks into a room that's about 10 feet by 15 feet. You probably could set up a couple tellers in here. Probably wouldn't need too many to start with, since Aaron's the only one Aaron and myself are the only ones that really have too much money. Too many money. They have money in
Too many.
the town.
Aaron and I are the only ones with too many money. Here, take money. No.
I mean, there are others in town who have coin and
Yeah.
probably would eventually invest in your bank, but we'd probably be your 2 biggest sponsors
Absolutely.
at first.
That makes sense. We're here to help you grow. So.
And then he leads you actually to a hallway around the corner. He said, "This room, I'm not sure you would use it since it has 2 entrances. It probably would not make a great vault. But he leads you through it, and there's dusty stuff in the room. Nothing that seems to be glowing.
Anything fun? Or is it all just junk?
Nothing that seems to be fun.
It doesn't glow.
It mostly just seems to be like a little bit of weaponry and armory
Ooh.
and armor.
Army.
A little bit of weaponry on
The
armor.
army.
A little bit of weaponry and armor and armaments. seems to be some like
I'll just poke around.
some statues of, you're not sure if they're people, deities,
Are they
what they're from.
bad
What
statues?
they're
Are they life size or little?
They're smaller than life size, most of them.
No.
Just seems to be his trinket collection.
These are like me, but small.
Yes, I have them commissioned occasionally when I'm bored. And
You use them when you are bored?
no, I have them made when I have need of a visual aid for my
Okay, but is there a tiny echo?
history. No,
Right.
there's not a tiny echo.
No mini-me's.
There does seem to be a space where a statue has recently been removed from.
Did that statue go to take my place?
No, I'm going to be using it for the new display with the quill.
Uh-huh.
It'll be the display next to it, talking about like how you guys did it. And
It is a mini echo.
I am really glad these are not glowing.
The more you get into this room, the more you realize the things in here shouldn't be glowing. It'd be scary if they were.
Yes.
And he leads you into a back room, into a slightly smaller back room.
Mini us.
This one's about 15 feet by 15 feet. Mostly cleared out. It looks like he pushed some things to the side while he was preparing the space. And this room probably would work better for the vault. I don't know if you like outside walls for the vault. There aren't very many inside rooms. Rooms that don't have an outside wall. At least here on the base floor, where you would want near the entrance. But this room is pretty simple if you wanted to reinforce things.
Does it have a window?
There's not a window that you can see in this room.
That's nice, at least for.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the
It's-
lights are on.
There are several magical lights that, and along with the lantern that.
Do they turn on when we walk in?
Who
There
does
does-
your lighting?
That is actually really
I-
important information.
My parents and grandparents before me have worked with several of the mages that were in town before Kadesh and his followers had their problem, and had commissioned ever-burning lights and other magical features here to make their lives and the lives of those that utilize the town hall simpler.
Okay, but did they turn on as we walked in, or were they just?
They seem to have already been lit.
Okay.
Okay. Probably because Kat was working in here, and so he kept the space lit.
Okay.
If they are able to be turned off at all.
That's fine. I was just curious.
So does the
Motion lights
museum
don't be
portion
terrible.
have ever-burning fires as well
There are ever-burning fires
throughout the building?
throughout the building, and there are also windows, and there are a couple windows.
Curious for
in
building
the-
stuff.
And there are a couple of exterior windows in the exhibit area.
Yeah.
It seems like that was more of an area that was more open to the public space, and this was more of a privately used,
Yeah.
maybe for
So
private use.
so that I know to keep funds safe, is that do the lights produce heat or just light? Is there any fire risk?
They are magical, no fire risk.
You can tell who's actually bought it
Like I said, my ancestors before me have made sure that this is a safe and secure place that we can do things for the town, store artifacts and documents, and
And if you happen to be busy, how do we activate or deactivate them?
Usually- I usually just leave them on.
All right.
I'll have to look in my books and see if there's a way to turn them off.
The whole place is just lit up all night.
How do you sleep?
He sleeps on the second floor.
Yeah. Without a brain.
You've never been up there.
How do you sleep
These
with the lights
rooms
on?
and these rooms back here are all the ones you've seen.
Yeah.
Do you have ever burning lights in your room?
Those have command words that turn them on and off. I haven't ever actually looked up the command words for the downstairs lights.
What
Oh,
if you
okay.
tried the same ones as upstairs?
I'm sure that would not work. And anyway, we want them on at the moment. We want them on. I shall not attempt that experiment.
Do you really so bad?
I shall attempt that experiment at another. When we are done utilizing the light in this room.
She's gonna burn all the bridges.
The best part is that there is absolutely no deception in that statement because she has no intention.
Okay.
Anyway. Yes, I shall have to test that when we're not in a room we're not actually needing light in. There are also lamps and stuff that are actually portable for the rooms that don't have actual globs of light.
So has he shown them 3 different rooms?
So he's shown them these 3 front rooms.
Okay.
And and then you see that there is a room here, and then you've seen the 3 back
Are any
rooms
doors open?
here. It seems that he has, other than the rooms he is showing you, and you don't know about the rooms, if the rooms back there are open. But he seems to have a habit of shutting doors behind him.
Okay.
Or them shutting themselves behind him. You're not sure which exactly is happening.
Weird question.
But I'm not seeing unseen servants.
Do we
either.
see our
You're
footprints
not
on the
seeing
ground?
any unseen servants. You are seeing other magical, like you'll occasionally see magical runes that are carved into walls or floors or ceilings.
Are the floors really dusty? Can we see like our footprints, or is it like fairly clean?
What you've been coming through, it looks like Keth has also already come through, but you can see it does seem fairly like he doesn't come in here very often.
Like, are the hallways like? Can we see like the dust down there?
It seems like for this main hallway, Keth walks up and down it frequently enough that it is clean, and the areas that he presents to the public are clean and kept maintained.
But apparently,
But his back rooms are a little bit.
there is no cleaning spell on the room.
Okay.
It seems the entire hall is not kept clean by magic, but he may have magical help in cleaning certain portions of it.
Okay. We will see you next week for episode 16. As the party and Carrot find their way into the museum.